Hello, I'm Frank, better known in Union County as Tommy Sharp. I taught history there at Union County Horace Maynard High School back in the 60s before moving on to Clinton High School. We always come up to Maynardville when we come up from Atlanta. It's a wonderful place. And I was very impressed this time by the new sidewalks that stretch from downtown to Ayler Gap, 2 or 3 miles there or no more. So it's wonderful. It looks more like a town now instead of a village with the new sidewalks. So in 1784, my ancestors came to America from Ulster, Scotland, on board a small ship, a 2-mast schooner. And it was a long trip, but they made it there. And then they went from Charleston, South Carolina, over the Great Wagon Road to Roanoke, Virginia. And then they cut across the Appalachians through the Cumberland Gap to the Clinch River area. And they, somewhere along the way, they were attacked by the Indians, and one of the brothers was killed, and Conrad Sharp escaped. And if he hadn't ran away, I wouldn't be talking to you today. So life sometimes is determined by the thinnest of threads. Now, Winnie McDonald and Kathleen Graves wrote this book on the history of Union County. It's in 2 volumes. And I indexed these books. It didn't have an index, either one. It's in 2 volumes. I indexed the book. It took several months, and the index I gave to Union County Maynardville Library and Luttrell Library and the Halls Library. I assume it's still there in case you need to find something. So we had lunch there after walking the trail there at Wilson Park. We had lunch at the 33 Diner. And I had very good food, if you like down-home cooking, which I love. And the water, we were impressed by the water. I thought it was bottled water, and I asked the waitress there, and she said it was tap water. And we were, the tap water was so sweet, it's unbelievable. It's very, very good. So I hope you enjoy our walk today. And at the end of the tape, I've included, after we left Wilson Park, we went to the Botanical Gardens at the University of Tennessee to see the Rose Garden. It's there, located on Neyland Drive, across the river from the University of Tennessee Hospital. So it's a wonderful place. So if you get a chance, you might like to go there too someday. So thanks again for watching my video, and have a good day. This is Wilson Park in Maynardville, Tennessee, established in 1993. It's a park and a playground both. It's a very well-maintained, super nice park with a walking trail around the park. This is Wilson Park in Maynardville, Tennessee. 15 acres for Wilson Park was donated to Union County by Bobby and Jean Johnson in 1994 from the farm of Asbury and Hazy Wilson, married in 1882 when he was 15 and she was 17. They operated a ferry and a guest house on the Clinch River before moving to Union County in 1913. They were generous to the poor and faithful to their church and community. Their ancestry includes Scots, German, English, and American Indians. Raccoon Miller and Nicholas Gibbs, both of whom fought in the American Revolution, were ancestors. Quite a bit of history here in Union County. This is the parking rules here at Wilson Park in Maynardville. This is the pavilion here at Wilson Park in Maynardville, Tennessee. First we turn uphill here to the right on the park. Pearl is already ahead of me, so I'll have to rush ahead, I think, in a minute. We have a park bench here on the right side as we go up the hill. And we have a second park bench here on the right. Pearl is way ahead of me up front. Now the trail curves to the left and goes slightly uphill at this point. This trail is 3/10 of a mile, and it's accessible for handicaps. This is Advanced Auto Parts on the other side of the highway there at Maynardville Highway, and this is the Shell station. So it's very, very easy to find, just a block off Maynardville Highway. It's been almost a year since we walked this trail, and it looks like it's being kept in a very good shape. Now the trail curves around to the left. We have a park bench up here beside the trail in just a minute. Looking back at the pavilion, you can see that they keep the grounds and the lawn very well mowed. So the maintenance is good here. Here we have another park bench on the right. Up here is the trail. They have a sign here about those Patriots, the Maynardville Patriots, high school Patriots, Union County High School. When I went to school here, it was called Horace Maynard High School. They were known as the Red Devils. Back in 1964, I taught here before moving on to Clinton High School at that point. This is the back of Union County High School at this point, and we see the football stadium in the background. Pearl was in a hurry. It's starting to sprinkle rain here, and the wind is blowing real strong. No, I don't need a jacket. The wind is blowing real strong. It looks like it may rain any minute. Here's the children's play area here alongside the trail. Here we have another park bench here on the right, so people can watch their kids while they play, I guess, the swing set. And then another park bench further down the way here behind the play equipment. We got a squirrel here that's looking for something. I don't know what it is, but he's flying up the side of the tree. Looks like he's got his head stuck out. I don't know what he's looking for. Something to eat, maybe. He's got something in his mouth, I believe. And over here we have some red buds. Almost all the flowers are gone this time of year because the warm weather made everything bloom early. Looks like we not got another squirrel out today. They're all over the place, it seems. Here it is. Trail at this point breaks downhill and goes around to the left past this squirrel sitting here beside the road. There seems to be a lot of birds here on the lawn and the squirrels and so forth. Looking for their supper, I suppose. Now the curve slopes around to the left here in the park on the trail. Now the trail curves to the left and goes slightly uphill. It's very easy on your feet. It's spongy-like. This is the University of Tennessee Botanical Garden. I'm not sure what kind of roses they are, but they are certainly gorgeous. It looks like it might rain just any minute, so we have to keep moving here. This is the rose garden here at the Botanical Garden. Yeah, I see him now. There's some goldfish here. Ooh, goldfish in the pond.